right, we are ready to pull back that curtain. And here we are. Welcome everyone. It's Wednesday night. If you're joining us for the first time on Living Room Live, we're Sue and Dwight, and we're streaming live from our actual living room here in Toronto, Canada. And tonight our theme is Songcicles. And so we have a mixture of cool songs, and we'll tell you different reasons why we chose certain songs for tonight. We're going to start off with one that Dwight wrote that's, I think, a very cool song, and it's all about sweet potato fries.
You know I like my coffee hot, like my sugar sweet. You know I like to gaze into my girl's big blue eyes. In all this world I must confess, just one thing can pass the test. That's a taste of my baby's sweet potato fries. Met a fella from Alabama, bragging about his girl's yams. Said they were the best in all the land.
All the land.
Said that he'd been north and south, knew what he was talking about. I sat him down and took him by the hand, and I said, you know I like my coffee hot, I like my sugar sweet. You know I like to gaze into my girl's big blue eyes. In all this world I must confess, just one thing can pass the test. That's the taste of my baby's sweet potato fries. Sliced just right into the pan, a bit of paprika, some cayenne. Let some fry, but never let some boil. Let some boil. She claims the secret, now it's a suet, and after that ain't nothing to it. Scoop some quick right from that bubbling oil. Well, you know I like my coffee hot, I like my sugar sweet. You know I like to gaze into my girl's big blue eyes. In all this world I must confess, just one thing can pass the test. That's the taste of my baby sweet potato fries. Like my girl, though I know there's fellers won't agree. I've tried them in the east and west. I love my babies, sweet ones best. Taters will go down in history. Well, you know I like my coffee hot, like my sugar sweet. You know I like to gaze into my girl's big blue eyes. In all this world I must confess, just one thing can pass the test. That's the taste of my baby's sweet potato fries. So much better than bruschetta, you can have some if she'll let you. Love my baby's sweet potato fries. Now hold the sushi, hold the pickle. Now it's your taste buds, they will tickle. Love my baby's sweet potato fries. Well, some folks like their chicken wings, but then they ain't had my baby's things. Love my baby's sweet potato fries. Taste so fine, taste so sweet, don't need no mustard or mesquite. Love my baby's sweet potato fries. Let's go here, yeah. 1 potato, 2 potato, 3 potato, 4, 5 potatoes, 6 sweet potatoes more. Love my baby's sweet potato fries. Yabba dabba 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 do. If you ask, she'll make them for you. Love my baby's sweet potato fries. Well, love my baby's sweet potato fries. Well, love my baby's sweet potato fries. last time you got to sing Yabba Dabba Dabba Doo and one potato, two potato. Remember? One potato, two potato, three potato, four, five potato, six potato, seven potato more.
Hey, I'm going to take a moment just to see who's all joining us tonight.
I'll keep counting my potatoes.
Keep counting your potatoes. I'm going to start over on Facebook, and I see that first in are Martin and Kirsten from Bowen Island, BC. And same timestamp is Lauren tuning in from Toronto. And Peggy from Iowa. And Sandra saying hello from Toronto, from TO, she says. Oh, and our bass player Tony is tuning in tonight. And
Tony.
Charles is saying hello from Bonnie, Scotland. And Gwen is tuning in from the Dryden area. And our Toronto Gail is with us tonight. And Earl is saying hello from Kansas. And Tammy Marie from, Tammy, I forget, is it Newfoundland? Oh, you know what, I'm not going to guess because I might be wrong. Oh, we've got Marlene tuning in from Los Angeles. You know, we haven't been hearing much on the news the last day or so. We hope things are improving out there. We want to say hello to Deborah tuning in from South Jersey, and Annie from near Legal, Alberta, and Carol from southwestern Manitoba, and David is tuning in from Thorold. Nice to see you, David. We haven't seen you in ages. We've got, sorry, I've just scooped ahead a little. I hope I didn't miss too many there. We've got Janet saying, waving hi from Peterborough, and Jan from sunny, cool Walnut Creek in California.
Hey, Jan, how are you?
And Sherry, greetings from San Pedro, California. Hope all is well for all of you Californians right now. We've got Mary Lynn tuning in from the Burlington area. I hope I'm right on that.
Burlington or St. I always
You guys have
think
to help
St.
me out. You know,
Catharines.
my brain, I'm not good on the spot. We've got Brian saying good evening, Sue and Dwight from Kitchener area, I think.
Yeah.
And Lyle tuning in from
Portage La
La Prairie. How are you doing,
Grandtown.
Lyle? It's been a while. I was just thinking about you the other day.
You were just a poet and you didn't know it.
Yeah. And we've got Jan. Just got home from a 600-mile drive. Holy smokes, tuning in from Tennessee. So, boy, just put your feet up as soon as you can and grab a drink from Charles's bar there and sit back and relax. We've got Ellen tuning in from Idaho. Oh, Tammy says Stony Creek. I'm sorry, I sure had you a long way from home. Newfoundland to Stony Creek. I was really off on that one. And I was right on Mary Lynn from Burlington. All right, zipping over to YouTube. I see that we have Kim and Peter saying hello from Belleville, and hello from Mickey and Mark in Chile, Minnesota. It's a perfectly cold evening for Songcicles. And we have my cousin Pierre tuning in from Willowdale tonight. And Barb, our San Diego Barb, is with us this evening on YouTube. And our Toronto Gwen is tuning in as well. And we know that Renata and Dennis are out there watching, and Marianne and Kathy. Margaret told me that she and Helen would be watching on the replay tonight, as does
Rick while he's walking.
Rick while he's walking.
Mary
and
later on.
Yeah.
Roger on the replay.
I think
Roger may be here
Roger
tonight.
might be here tonight. He doesn't comment very often, but I think I did see him on the page earlier. So
Roger's a lover, not a fighter, so not a writer.
So
Right.
we are going to continue on now with I get my guitar out for this one.
This is one of the seminal Sue and Dwight songs.
Well, how kind of you to say
You'll
that.
notice on all our greatest hits package, it makes it out to all the compilations that you're seeing out there. All the playlists, if you're on Spotify. This one's on all of them.
It's a song that I wrote actually, and one of the things I find particularly cool about this song is that a couple of different people have covered it. Different musician friends of ours have covered it, and that always makes me extremely happy. And also, even one of our one gentleman we know from the music scene here in Toronto scored it for I don't know if that's the word you use, for a choir. And put all arranged it for a choir, and I just think that that's really cool, which is why I thought it would fit in well with the Songcicles theme. All right, here we go. The song is called One Song. One song can't change the world. Two songs can't change the world. Even three songs can't change the world. Maybe the singers can. Songs about freedom, songs about truth, songs with a message to share. Songs that will teach you, awaken your passion. Songs that remind you you care. One song can't change the world. Two songs can't change the world. Even three songs can't change the world. Maybe the singers can. Where have all the flowers gone? Give peace a chance. Imagine if I had a hammer. These songs were written by dreamers who knew. Through voices, their words live forever. One song can't change the world. Two songs can't change the world. Even three songs can't change the world. Maybe the singers can. This little song, it won't change the world. But what if we all sing along? Our voices would carry a message of hope to those who can't always be strong. 'Cause one song can't change the world. Two songs can't change the world. Even three songs can't change the world. Maybe the singers can. One song can't change the world.
One song can't change the
Two
world.
songs can't change
Two songs can't change the
three songs can't
world.
change
Three songs can't change. Maybe the singers can.
Maybe
The singers
can. Maybe the singers can.
Lovely. Hope you're singing along.
Oh yes, I should have.
Out
Should have
there.
said that is definitely a sing-along song, but it's so easy to catch on to. I'm sure you all knew that. Hey, I see that Evelyn is tuning in tonight from Petrolia,
Evelyn from
Ontario.
Petrolia. How are you doing, Evelyn?
And I'm just going to take one more peek, make sure everything's cool over on YouTube here tonight. Okay, everything's looking okay. Good. All right, this next song actually was it probably was the first song that popped to mind when we thought about the theme for tonight. It's called Song for a Winter's Night, and it's a Gordon Lightfoot song. And I could have sworn, there were icicles in it because, like, mentioned in it, because that was the image that came to mind. But when we were just reviewing it the other day, I realized that it's not icicles, but what does he say? Webs of snow are drifting. So, I was thinking icicles, but webs of snow was close.
I think we have webs of snow drifting tonight here in Toronto.
Yeah, we're supposed to get
We're
a bit of snow.
quite sure that you already have your webs of snow out there in Manitoba, and it sounds like it in South St. Paul, Minnesota.
Yes.
But you folks are hardy folks. You know how to deal with that. We're
We
soft
used to
already.
be hardy
We used
folks
to be
when we lived out west, but
Now we find
now
ourselves
we're
saying, "Well, it's a dry cold." You guys have a dry cold. We have a damp cold. It's like the Montrealers. Oh, it's a Montreal. It's a damp cold. Hey, 40 below in Winnipeg. That's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Lamp is burning low upon my tabletop. The snow is softly falling. Air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. Smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines upon each page the words of love you sent me. If I could know within my heart that you were lonely too, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love upon this winter night with you. Fire is dying now, my lamp is growing dim. The shades of night are lifting. Morning light steals across my window pane, where webs of snow are drifting. If I could only have you near to breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy just to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you, and to be once again with you. That is so pretty, that song.
Yeah, beautiful song. It just kind of rolls right along.
Yeah, and it fits in all winter. We should make sure we sneak it in a few more times, at least before the end of winter. Hey,
Well, if it's still snowing in March.
Although, you know what's interesting about that song? I believe that's the one he wrote on a hot summer night. When
Yeah, in August
in
or
August
something
or
like
something
that.
like
Yeah.
that. Hey, I'm just going to check to see if I see any different names here. Even if we don't see you during the show, we definitely will read all the comments after the show. Oh, I see that. Did I mention Elaine in Ohio? I don't think I did.
No, you mentioned Ellen.
Yeah. And we've got Jeanette from Sudbury, Ontario, tuning in tonight.
Hey, Jeanette.
And zipping over quickly to YouTube to have a look as well. I know it's not as easy to comment when you're on YouTube because a lot of people watch YouTube on their televisions, so it's not as easy to make a comment. But if you do happen to have the ability to let us know that you're out there, we always love to know who's watching. Oh, yes. I was thinking we did this one, but we just did it in sound check. So this is a song that Dwight requested because he thinks it's very cool. It happens to be another song that I wrote, and it's called Marching, and it's off of our Little Child Big World album. And when I wrote this, I remember being a little nervous about, playing it for Dwight for the first time because, you always want a positive response, and he loved it immediately. And he said, "That's your Helen Reddy song," which I took as
your I Am Woman song.
That's your I Am Woman song.
The new millennium.
So I took that as a very nice compliment. But so this is one all about being, the strength of women and people. Actually, this song could be about women and men, people who have to endure lots of things but just keep marching forward. All right, here we go.
Hey, Tony, I'll do a proper count in this time.
Yes.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Start tonight, complicated, simple life, sister, daughter, friend, or wife, marching to her own percussion. She sometimes misses a step in her journey through this life, and it hasn't stopped her yet. Sometimes misses a step in her journey through this life, and it hasn't stopped her yet. She won't seem old, optimistic, joyful life, sister, daughter, friend, or wife, marching to her own percussion. She sometimes misses her step in her journey through this life, and it hasn't stopped her yet. Marching to her own percussion, she sometimes misses her step in her journey through this life, and it hasn't stopped her yet. Hasn't stopped her yet. Bit of an anthem to just keep plugging along.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention that Kim, who's with us tonight out in Belleville, sang not only in that song, but she sang on one song in the background, and also to Kevin Quain, who produced both of those and who does a really nifty little bass line in there that I shouldn't try and play while I'm playing acoustic guitar, but I do anyway, and it usually I usually get most of the notes, let's put it that way. Hey, Sue mentioned cool. So just before we're making our transition here, or while we're doing it, we were watching one of our favorite Crush shows right now. It's called Working Moms. And this couple who are kind of in their late 30s, maybe early 40s, they had a stepson who was coming back and wanted to hang out with them. Because he thought they were cool, and they said, they had something about whether they were cool or not. And they said, "Well, we're cool. We're ordering in Thai food." And
it was like late at night.
And it was late at night. And the son kind of looks at her. That's not cool. Sue and I order in Thai food,
but not late at not at 10
not late at night.
I would find that.
We think it's
cool,
kind of cool.
Actually.
Yeah. Well, we don't order, and we go pick it up
pick it
to
up.
get so we can get our Walkin and earn our pad Thai and our mango salad.
Hey, Martin says that accordion means get those kalimbas on standby. I know we have at least one kalimba player with us tonight, maybe two. So get those kalimbas on standby. And if you're wondering what that means, you'll find out very shortly. Now, this song it made me think it was appropriate for this theme because it's all about busking in the subways of Toronto, and I used to do that for years and years. And in the winter it gets very cold, and sometimes I would imagine myself having little icicles hanging from my hat and my eyelashes. So I thought, hey, this would be a good song to include tonight in Songcicles. It's called For a Moment.
We just walked through a couple of subway stations the other day that we used to play at, and we thought, geez, we must have been nuts.
They were so cold. I don't know how we did it.
It's ice locker cool.
I'm only just recovering from some damage done by frostbite. I'm starting to not see it not pop up as much in the winter, so that's good. All right, here we go. Oh, I see that Gwen says she's lost sound. I hope that's not happening to anyone else.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us okay? I'm just going to take a moment to see if that's all coming through okay. Lauren, can you give me a heads up?
Our monitors here, our indicators are all flashing.
They all seem to be flashing okay.
We are in the appropriate range, so.
All right.
Well, let's just for John, shall we?
Let's for John, and we'll hopefully get a response to that.
You'll get a chance to sing along. If you can hear us, you can pretend you're singing along.
All righty, here we go. Is that the weight of the world on your shoulders? Has someone let you down? If I can make you smile for a moment, then I'll know my work is done. Sometimes the road we travel is rocky, and the sadness lingers too long. But for a moment, all can be forgotten. The comfort of a song is that the weight of the world on your shoulders. Has someone let you down? If I made you smile for a moment, then I'll know my work here is done. Or the stifling summer heat, somewhere
will meet.
There are days when I fade into the background and I just can't catch your eye. But for a moment, when you need the music, we'll share a smile as you walk by. Is that the weight of the world on your shoulders? Has someone let you down? If I made you smile for a moment then, I know my work here is done. Is that the weight of the world on your shoulders? Has someone let you down? If I made you smile for a moment then, I know my work here is done. If I made you smile for just one moment then, I know my work here is done. But our work here is not done. We're just halfway through.
I saw a bunch of emojis. I guess that's the word, fly up on
yes,
the monitor. So you either could hear us and really enjoyed it, or you were responding that, hey, we don't hear you guys now. Keep it up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm scrolling.
Like that.
I'm scrolling back, and I see lots say they can hear. I hope you can get your sound back out there. All right. So it looks like everyone else is hearing okay. All right. Well, just while Dwight is just getting his kalimba ready, I just wanted to do a little public service announcement. We don't charge a cover charge for our online shows, but we do have an online tip jar at our website at sueanddwight.com. So after the show, if you enjoyed the show and would like to have a look at our online tip jar options, take a visit to our website. And while you're there, take a few minutes to just scroll through and see all the stuff we have there. We've got all our recorded music is online there, and a few pictures. We need to put more pictures up, I think. We're going to be looking at possibly doing a website revamp. So let us know what you think, and maybe things you'd like to see on there. All right, so Martin says that kalimba can mean only one thing, and that is Poetry Corner. And where is my poem? It was on here. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Whoop.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. Well, this poem, I must say, doesn't really fit in with the theme tonight, but it's a new one that I wrote, and I thought I would like to share it tonight just the same. It's called Discovery. The discovery of who I am continues on ad nauseum. Understanding what lurks below is the only way we can grow. Self-discovery reveals scars that mold us into who we are, hidden truths in plain disguise until seen with our own eyes. Although not an easy voyage, it should not be avoided, for fear of cracks we may find there that are not easily repaired. I'll embrace the imperfections, maybe head in a new direction, continuing on my constant quest to discover the me I like best.
And that was Sue's, it almost sounds like a bit of a New Year's poem, time for renewal, but it was played to the song of Sue's from Little Shaw Big World called Who, which is also a lovely song.
It's interesting that you mentioned New Year's because I wrote it on January 2nd, so I think we all probably look at certain times of the year as new beginnings and times to reflect on things. And so that's where I was that day, reflecting on
those first few days of the new year, right? Aren't they great? Well, anything's possible. We go last year behind us, leave everything behind us, and then like by about January 10th, it's not the hell with it. What happens. Who am I to play God?
So Martin says, snap, snap, snap. Dwight, don't forget to play us out of Poetry Corner.
Some of you astute Poetry Corner folks will recognize that as the vintage
the original theme.
Brought back. Just I couldn't really remember the new one.
Couldn't remember the new one?
No, I just wanted to do it to me because it's cool.
Yeah.
Vintage, right?
You
it's
just
cool.
revealed your cards.
Oops.
Well, this next song actually was a request for tonight. I'm not sure. I know that the request was from Sandra, actually, who's tuning in tonight from here in Toronto, and she had seen a picture I'd posted of some boots I saw on a stairwell going down to the subway, and I thought it was kind of an interesting scenario, and so she said, "Hey, how about playing These Boots Are Made for Walkin'?" And you don't have to ask me twice for that one, because I love this song. You keep saying you've got something for me, something you call love, but confess you've been messing where you shouldn't have been messing, and now someone else is getting all your best. These boots are made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. What's right is right, and you ain't been right yet. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. What he knows you ain't had time to learn. These boots are made for walking, that's just what they'll do. One of these days these boots are gonna walk all over you. Are you ready, boots? Start walking. And you know what? I thought it, even like it was a request as I mentioned, but I thought it was actually appropriate because they were winter boots in the picture. And
well, I have many fond memories.
They might have had icicles on them too.
Well, I have many fond memories of that cool song. One of them being there was a band in Toronto, 4 or 5 ladies
the Nancy
called the Nancy
Sinatras.
Sinatras, and they used to play old Nancy Sinatra stuff and Dusty Springfield songs. That was cool. You know, a couple of kids coming to the big city from Saskatoon, and it was like, wow, you know. Yeah. And then a number of years later, one of our former bass players, Dave Lang, great guy, and we saw him playing with a band called The Wanted, who he plays with.
Yes,
another great band. And all of a sudden, they started playing this song, and Dave was doing the bass line on his double bass. So you can just imagine. So I just moved down about a foot here. Yeah, about a foot. Imagine doing that riff on a bass guitar. You're going from yay up there to yay down there. It was hilarious. He was having a great time with it and nailed it. So it
was fun. Yeah,
they
do.
Fun.
The Wanted actually does a fabulous job of that song.
Yeah.
This next one is one that, boy, we kind of keep mentioning Kim tonight. Sorry to keep outing you on all these things. It should have been called Kimsicles tonight. Kim and I wrote this song together in 2008. She had read an article in the Toronto Star, our daily newspaper here, and it was all about the ice caps melting on Mount Kilimanjaro. And she called me up and said, we got to do something about this. And so we decided that writing a song would be something that hopefully could be of some help in raising awareness. And we worked on this song in this very living room. And it's one that I love. I don't feel like we play it enough, but because it does have such an important message. And so we thought it talks about ancient ice caps melting, and so it was one of the first ones that came to mind.
And we have flown over Kilimanjaro twice in 2007 when there was still a fair amount of snow cover, and then when we were over in 2009, we could really see that it had melted already a lot.
And I think you had been even before 2007.
You know, I realized I was on a bus trip.
Oh, it was a bus trip.
Flew into Nairobi and took the bus to get to Arusha. Yeah. And because it was prop plane, it wasn't flying as high as some of the other ones. So we were actually fairly low.
Yeah, and it's really kind of unnerving to see that it's melting at such a high rate. I can't even imagine what it's like 20 years later now, but or 15 years later.
Much snow left at the top.
So here we go. Maybe this song will help keep it top of mind for people who can help the cause.
What's your first note? Yeah.
Ancient ice caps melting, prophecy of what's in store. Silent victims of a warming planet, obligations we ignore. Majestic Kilimanjaro, staircase to heaven's door. What's to become of those who live in your shadow when the waters flow no more? When the waters flow no more. Rising, Mercury rising, Mercury's rising. Western thirst for profit drives the fuels that fill the air. Choke grace and plaintive, Tanzania. People headed for despair. People headed for despair. Rising, Mercury rising. Tempers and temperatures flare as the Mercury's rising. Hopelessness rising. No homes for refugees lost to the Mercury rising. Ancient ice caps melting. Prophecy of what's in store. Raging battle, we are sure losing. Who are the soldiers in this war? Hey, you know what? I just
Beautiful song by Sue and Kim. And they have
Thank
another
you.
beautiful song that they did.
but not tonight. We're not doing.
We're not doing it
no.
tonight, but we will be, I
Hey,
think,
you know what? I
putting
just
that
see.
one on the
I just-
proverbial front burner.
I just caught this out of the corner of my eye, so I've just scrolled back to look at it. It's a message from Mike and Sue in Buffalo, who are tuning in tonight.
Hey.
They were in Kenya in September of 2021, and there was a little snow, but on Kilimanjaro, but not much. So
You're in Keeley.
So that
Wow.
is quite
You're in
a
Tanzania.
That's a more updated report than what we have for sure. Hey, I see that we have another Kim tuning in tonight. Our Washington Kim is with us, and Ron out in Port Hope. I hadn't mentioned Ron. I don't think.
No.
Ron out in Port Hope tonight, and yeah, as I say, if we didn't catch you during the show, we definitely will see them all. The comments all after the show. All right.
So now that we have
Oh,
Swahili
yeah.
speakers in the audience, I'm going to have to start drawing on my Swahili. Kwaheri. I think I just asked you, how are you?
Maybe you should figure that out before you say it.
Okay, next.
Next time.
It's funny, I can remember my Amharic a little bit. Well, my 4 words of it. I can't remember my Chewa. And wow, you think Swahili, salam alaikum. That's hello and goodbye. How come I can't remember all
I
the?
don't know. You have to study your
I knew
old notes.
more of that one than I did of all.
Yeah.
Good gosh.
Hey, this next song is one that I thought of. We have played this song before, but it seems like it's been a long time since we did. And I always think of this song as being a very cool one. It creates a very, I think, just a really interesting kind of move. I almost feel there's a bit of a klezmer-ish feel to this one, and it kind of actually reminds me of a Leonard Cohen song that we do sometimes that Dance Me to the End of Time, but that's not the one we're doing tonight. This is a song by Gene Raskin is the songwriter, but it was sung and made into a big hit by Mary Hopkins. It's called Those Were the Days. And I'm not sure if you're going to do the cool intro that you did when we were running through it earlier, or if you're just
But
going
if you do, don't say anything. Don't tip it.
Oh, okay.
But I will tip
Oh,
this.
no. I just are you going to do that cool intro? Okay, yes.
But I will mention an unofficial trivia question. What record label did Mary Hopkins sign with?
Well, we'll find out after. Once there was a time. I'm sorry, I have to start over. I don't want to
Start all
blow
over
the
again.
first
Martin's
few
got
words.
it. I saw him flash
That
the
wasn't
red
the
light up
intro
there.
I was thinking of, but that one's a good one too. Okay. Once upon a time, there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or two. Remember how we laughed away the hours, dreamed of all the great things we would do. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose, for we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. Then the busy years went rushing by us. We lost our starry notions on the way. If by chance I'd see you in the tavern, we'd smile at one another and we'd say, those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose, for we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. Just tonight I stood before the tavern. Nothing seemed to be the way it was. In the glass I saw a strange reflection. Was that lonely woman really me? Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose, for we were young and sure to have our way. La 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 la. Through the door there came familiar laughter. I saw your face and heard you call my name. Oh, my friend, we're older but no wiser, for in our hearts the dreams are still the same. Those were the days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we choose. We'd fight and never lose, for we were young and sure to have our way. La la la, days, my friend, we thought they'd never end. We'd sing and dance forever and a day. We'd live the life we run through of that one before
Hey,
tonight.
Sue, who wins the $1 million prize?
Oh, let me have a look to
I was
see
a
if,
big Mary Hopkins fan. While all my friends were listening to a whole bunch of Summer of Love rock and roll with scratchy guitars, I was sitting there singing Goodbye, Goodbye, Goodbye. Or Tama, I think it was Tama Harbor was another one of her songs. And of course I liked her because she was the first signee, or one of the first signees to Apple Records.
Apple Records, and I see that Lauren has that
It
correct
was Paul
here.
McCartney who took her under his wing, and the song Goodbye that she had actually was a song written by Paul McCartney, and I believe we've played here on this very show.
We did
Yeah,
play
yeah.
it one
So if
time,
you want to
yeah.
hear it again, you might be able to, just...
Yeah, there were. You know what? There were so many comments. I couldn't go back very far because my window will only take me back so far. And but the first one I see with the answer there is Lauren with Apple.
Lawrence,
All right.
Lawrence I think that was in your... Lauren, I think we lobbed you a softie there, right? I think that was right in your wheelhouse.
And I see over on YouTube, the first in with that was Gwen from here in Toronto. She guessed
awesome.
Apple Records
Yeah.
as well. So, so that is... Oh, you know what? Because we can't answer the questions as easily on YouTube after the show, I see that Pierre has asked, would you happen to have the choir arrangement for one song? And yes, I do, and I will send that to you if that's something you're interested in having. And happy to send that out to anyone who'd like that.
Well, folks, we're down to our last song, and I think we've had everything except the kitchen sink tonight on this Songcicle night. The kitchen sink and, of course, the
Train whistle.
the train whistle there. So we better...
And I'll just say why I included this song.
oh, yeah.
Okay, because, there's no mentions of icicles or snow or anything. But in my mind, I was picturing the train whistle just kind of hanging in the air, the steam from the train hanging in the air, and when the train whistle would blow, that's kind of the image that I had in my mind. So I think that's an appropriate way to insert it into
And
this
I will
theme.
throw one more memory in that one. It's a train song. We take the train as much as we can, because in Toronto you can't do that in a lot of cities. And a couple of years ago, just after the pandemic, we took the train from Toronto to Winnipeg for the first time ever. And it was in November. And for the entire trip, we went through, the train track is usually covered, or there's trees on both sides for windbreaks. And it had snowed. So we had snowcicles for all the way from...
There were probably icicles on our windows too.
Probably, yeah. But as we went through Dryden and Gwenstown there, and all the way right into Winnipeg, we just looked at, we had these beautiful Songcicles on our window. I'm sorry, I think of the window, them as Songcicles. This is our B.B. King song.
Ain't no passenger on this train. Ain't no passenger on this train. Stop the suffering, feel the pain. Ain't no passenger on this train. Won't our children get on board this train of life and hear it roar? No time for sitting on your hands. If we're to reach the promised land, ain't no passenger on this train. Ain't no passenger on this train. Stop the suffering, feel the pain. Ain't no passenger on this train. Won't our children
Oh, now children,
talking to you?
talking to you,
There's just so much work to do.
what to do.
Trains are rolling, hear its cry. You can't let it pass you by. Ain't no passenger on this train. Ain't no passenger on this train. Stop the suffering, heal the pain. Ain't no passenger on this train. Glory, glory, hallelujah. There's no telling what we might do. Get together, take a stand, buy a ticket, lend a hand. Ain't no passenger on this train. Ain't no passenger on this train. Stop the suffering, heal the pain. Ain't no passenger on this train. Ain't no passenger on this train. Ain't no passenger on this train. And of course, the train in this song is a metaphor for life. We're not just passengers. We're all here to do something.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Get off here. You know what? Hey, but you know what? Who else sang on that song?
Did she really? Oh my goodness, it's a Kimsicle night.
Everybody, let's go. One, on the count of three, we'll all say Kim. 1, 2, 3.
Kim.
Yeah, thank you, Kim. Beautiful.
Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And as I mentioned earlier, all of the recorded songs we have are on our website at sueanddwight.com. And actually, with the exception of the covers, I believe all of the songs we did tonight have been recorded. They're from CDs or singles. So have a visit there and listen to them or download them. And of course, our music is also available on YouTube and Spotify and all kinds of song sharing
if you want to
places.
subscribe on YouTube or go over
yes.
to
Spotify and all those things. Yeah.
Spotify and playlists for just so you know, folks, and also Sue mentioned songs and stuff. In 2 weeks, we have some big news. We have a new song coming out. It's not Tuxedo Kicks, guys, but
not
believe
quite
me,
yet.
it's in
the hopper.
It is in the line. It's just that the line, I keep getting behind the line. But we'll tell you all about it next week. How's that?
Coming up
we're
very
looking
soon.
forward to it. I think
New
you'll
song,
really enjoy it.
Yeah. So want to also let you know that we will be back here next Wednesday in this very spot with a whole show of all different songs. So we hope you'll tune in for that. I haven't figured out what the theme of that one's going to be yet, but I will know within the next day or so, and I'll be posting that information. So we're going to let everyone go. What have we got lined up for dinner? Oh, we've got lentil soup
Remember
tonight.
that big box of lentil soup we bought at Costco? Well,
We're working
that's
our way
made in
through
Belleville, by the way, which is where Kim lives. It's not good today. But the soup is really, really good, and we're almost finished it. So it means we're almost due for another run out to a Costco.
Really? We are almost finished 12 cans?
Yeah.
Holy
I think it was only
smokes.
8, but
was
still,
it only
that's
8? Oh, that's a lot of cans.
A lot of soup for us.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have a great evening and a great rest of the week.